Hello everyone, welcome back. In this real and complex world we live in, human relationships can sometimes be as fragile as a sheet of paper, while the human heart remains complicated and unpredictable. Good people are often misunderstood. Those with soft hearts are easily hurt. Some people may appear kind and friendly on the outside, yet deep inside, they are cold and distant. Their true nature often reveals itself only at critical moments. When they need something from you, they'll speak sweetly, but once they no longer do, they turn their back without hesitation. So when interacting with others, don't just listen to what they say, watch what they do. There are people who take advantage of kindness, exploiting the good hearts of others for their own personal gain. Your tolerance and patience, in their eyes, may seem like something they deserve, not something to appreciate. Your compassion and goodwill might not bring gratitude. Instead, they could lead to disappointment or even pain. Remember this: your sincerity is precious, and your kindness must be given to the right people. Don't keep compromising for those who don't deserve it. And don't waste your goodness on those who are heartless and indifferent. The ancients used to say, "It's easy to paint a tiger's skin, but hard to paint its bones." It's easy to know a person's face, but hard to know their heart. The hardest thing to read in this world is the human heart. And it is also something that is never satisfied. As you walk through life, you must learn to build a protective fence around yourself. Train your heart to be stronger. When you judge someone, look beyond their words and surface actions. Seek the truth that lies deep within. Don't let appearances deceive you. Don't offer your kindness to the wrong people. And once you've been hurt, don't continue to treat the same kind of people too well, because they simply don't deserve it. The first type of person unworthy of your kindness is the ungrateful one. There are people in life who are truly frightening. They constantly complain about everything, blame others for their unhappiness, and act as though the entire world owes them something. In their eyes, no one is ever good enough, and they always see themselves as victims. But behind that victim mindset often hides something darker. Such people lack gratitude, carry negative energy, and spread it wherever they go. Sometimes, beneath that negativity, lies deep selfishness or even malice. Those who are selfish and lack morals all share one thing in common: they never know how to appreciate what others do for them. The more kindness you show them, the more superior they feel. The more goodwill you offer, the more arrogant they become. The more patient and forgiving you are, the more they believe you're weak and easy to exploit. When you treat them with sincerity and respect, they only take advantage, thinking it's something they naturally deserve. Such people don't recognize your effort, nor your heart. They see your kindness not as a virtue, but as proof of their own power. They treat your tolerance as weakness, and your generosity as obligation. It's ridiculous, yet true. So remember this well. For those who are ungrateful and unappreciative, never indulge or overgive. People who are spoiled by kindness rarely become better, most simply become worse. Instead of wasting time trying to please them, walk away. The farther you go from such people, the better your life becomes. Because the more you give to those who lack gratitude, the less they'll understand the true value of appreciation, and the more they'll drain your light. A true exchange in life isn't about paying back a debt. People who are genuinely grateful don't thank you because of how much you've done for them, but because they already carry a beautiful heart within. Gratitude comes from the light and positivity inside the soul, from love, happiness, and an optimistic spirit. Imagine this. A young man has just proposed to the woman he loves. His heart is overflowing with joy. Even if you accidentally bump into him on the street, he'll still smile brightly at you because his heart is full of gratitude. A grateful soul first nourishes itself, and then naturally radiates warmth to others. That's why children who are spoiled too much often fail to understand filial piety. And employees who are given too many favors are often the first to betray their employers. This happens for three main reasons. First, they lack a sense of achievement. Those who are overly indulged always get what they want without effort, so they never feel the joy of success that comes from their own hard work. When reality hits and pressure appears, they often feel helpless and insecure. Excessive indulgence takes away their chance to build a strong inner foundation and slowly drains the inspiration that gratitude brings. Second, it easily breeds greed. People who are pampered tend to believe that the whole world should treat them well. This mindset blinds them from seeing the true meaning of normal relationships and often leads to unreasonable attitudes and poor harmony with others. If you try to reason with them, you'll only end up exhausting yourself. Third, they lack empathy. Without struggle or challenge, they can't understand the value of sacrifice. That's why the ancients said, "Only after raising a child yourself will you understand your parents' love." Although this saying might sound a bit one-sided, it highlights a truth: that gratitude must be built upon real experience and understanding of what others have given up for us. However, parents who raise children with a purely practical mindset, only so that someone will care for them in old age, will also find it difficult to teach their children the real meaning of gratitude. Because gratitude is a feeling that comes from the heart. It cannot be forced, and it cannot be bought through exchange or condition. Learning how to treat others properly is not only a way to cultivate your own soul, but also the best way to spread goodwill. Those who truly understand the value of gratitude are rare, and those who can apply it consistently in life are even rarer. Sometimes, gratitude feels like a lonely journey, one that few people can truly understand. But I want to share a simpler way to help you discover its great power. The secret of gratitude does not lie in the act of saying thank you, but in the heart behind it. True gratitude must come from within, not from a fleeting emotion. In other words, is your gratitude deeply engraved in your heart? Or is it just a temporary feeling? We can divide gratitude into two forms: the emotion of gratitude and the virtue of true gratitude. The emotion of gratitude is momentary. It arises in a single instant and fades away quickly. But true gratitude is a lasting quality, a strength that accompanies you throughout life. Why is true gratitude so important? Because it attracts the presence of noble helpers. Those people who appear at just the right time to guide, protect, or support you. Many people complain that they never receive help from others. But have they ever asked themselves, has their own heart of gratitude truly been awakened? Think about it. If you were a noble helper, would you be willing to assist someone who is ungrateful or even resentful? Of course not. That's the secret of gratitude. It activates a higher vibration, the energy of blessings, of noble souls. Only when you transform your temporary feeling of thankfulness into deep, heartfelt gratitude can this energy expand and attract help, opportunities, and support into your life. This is the core principle of true gratitude. Beyond that, gratitude is not only a bridge that connects relationships, it's also a doorway that leads you to a higher state of being. It isn't blind giving, but a way to connect with the universe's source of energy. When you carry gratitude in your heart, your world begins to change, and new possibilities start to unfold. The power of gratitude has never been limited to human relationships. It is, above all, a journey of spiritual cultivation. When you raise your sense of thankfulness into true gratitude, you'll realize that the most precious energy in life has always been within you, waiting to shine. Sometimes, what you thought was unreachable has already been quietly standing beside you all along. In truth, every form of power in this world begins at the very moment you feel gratitude. When you sincerely thank your parents, you can feel the life force they've passed on to you. When you appreciate your partner, even the smallest things in daily life begin to overflow with love. When you are grateful for your friends, even those who once irritated or hurt you, they too start to seem more lovable. And when you thank your children, you'll see that your little troublemakers suddenly turn into adorable angels. Try saying thank you to your body. Thank your eyes for allowing you to see the colorful world. Thank your ears for letting you hear the beautiful sounds of life. Thank your nose for helping you breathe in fragrances and memories. Thank your tongue for giving you the taste of joy. Thank your hands, your legs, and every organ working silently inside you so that you can live and move freely each day. The more grateful you become, the more you'll start to feel a quiet, unexpected joy rising from deep within. And even more than that, try to thank your past. Thank your failures, for they are, in truth, the gifts of wisdom. One day, when you are able to thank those who once hurt you, you'll be astonished to realize that it was those very experiences that gave you the strength to grow and mature. In this world, there is no hardship that love and gratitude cannot transform. Gratitude not only unlocks the barriers within your soul, it also awakens the limitless power that has always existed inside you. So, for those who appreciate gratitude, give them more of your sincerity. But for those who are indifferent, to be brave enough to walk away. Don't keep giving kindness to those who don't deserve it. They are not worth your time, energy, or emotions. If you find yourself waiting endlessly for someone's attention, as if standing alone in an empty field, hoping for a response, then no matter how much effort you make, you can't awaken their heart. It's not because they're cruel, but because they were never truly paying attention to you in the first place. No matter how much you care for someone, before giving your heart away, learn to cherish yourself first. Don't try so hard to please others that you forget who you are. Don't lower your worth just to keep someone in your life. If a relationship can only continue when you must constantly humble yourself, then that relationship has already lost its meaning. Sincerity should always be met with sincerity. Someone who doesn't carry you in their heart does not deserve your time nor your effort. If a person cannot truly see you, why waste your emotions on them? If you don't exist in their heart, why burden your own with their absence? There are people to whom you can give your whole heart, and yet they'll never truly belong to you. There are things you can give your all to, and still, nothing changes. Have you ever noticed that many of the people who anger you are often those who simply don't care about your feelings? People who don't understand reason are people who never learned how to communicate. Those who truly love you will never want to hurt you, and those who cause you pain were never truly concerned about how you feel. So why let their coldness disturb your peace? Sometimes the problem isn't that you're not good enough, but that the person you care about never had space for you in their heart. No matter how hard you try, in their eyes, it will always seem ordinary, something they take for granted. Meanwhile, a simple smile from someone else is enough to make them happy. Often, the problem isn't your effort. It's that the person you're giving to was never the right one to receive it. That's why letting go with clarity and reason is far more valuable than holding on blindly. Sacrifice without respect only leaves you wounded. And there's another kind of person you must be cautious of: those who carry envy in their hearts. Because behind their jealousy often hides a quiet, dangerous malice. People who carry jealousy in their hearts often share 3 obvious traits. Understanding them will help you protect yourself emotionally and mentally. First, jealous people often imitate you. They copy your clothing style, your way of speaking, your gestures, even the way you pose for photos on social media. At first glance, these actions may look harmless, but deep down, they come from envy, from the insecurity they feel when they compare their life with yours. Second, jealous people will undermine your achievements. They can't stand to see you doing well, especially when your success becomes more visible. To ease their own dissatisfaction, they'll criticize you, belittle your efforts, or say that you're just lucky. And third, extremely jealous people spread negativity about you. When you face difficulties or failures, they won't hide their joy. They might even celebrate it, sharing your hardships with others as if they were victories of their own. When you encounter such people, the best way to protect yourself is to keep your distance and guard your peace of mind. There's no perfect way to deal with jealousy. The most effective approach is simple: stay humble, stay quiet, and keep improving your life. Jealousy often exists because the gap between two people isn't wide enough. When those who envy you are still within reach, still close enough to compare themselves to you, jealousy easily grows. But once that distance becomes greater, that feeling naturally disappears. This isn't arrogance, it's simply the truth. Ask yourself, do you feel jealous of someone like Li Ka-shing, one of the richest men in Asia? Probably not, because he's far beyond your reach. That's why the key is to keep growing, to keep moving forward, until jealousy can no longer touch you. And as you grow, stay humble, so your light doesn't blind others. When jealousy happens between friends, don't worry too much. If you've been kind and humble, yet still face jealousy, then the answer is simple. You're probably too outstanding, even if you haven't realized it yet. When you rise high enough, you'll be a shining example to good people, but a painful thorn to those who carry envy. A tall tree catches the strongest wind. A high mountain draws the fiercest waves. And a person who stands out will always face criticism. That's just how life works. So, what does it mean to be truly exceptional? Excellence doesn't necessarily mean being rich, it means being kind-hearted. It doesn't mean having a high status, it means being forgiving. It doesn't require living in luxury, but being content with what you have. And it doesn't mean dazzling success, but maintaining a positive spirit no matter what happens. Jealousy and slander are often just hidden forms of admiration. People envy you not because they hate you, but because they long for what you have. Jealousy is part of human nature. Sometimes it's even a kind of silent suffering. Those who shine naturally become the center of attention, and at the same time, the target of criticism. So, when you realize someone is jealous of you, don't be afraid, and don't be sad. It only means you've already stepped beyond their limits of understanding. If no one ever feels jealous of you, if no one criticizes you, perhaps you're just too ordinary, too invisible. Being envied is, in fact, one of the signs of excellence. Success always comes with pressure and judgment. It's a path everyone must walk through. Someone once asked me, "Can family members also be jealous of us?" And my answer is simple: yes, they can. Because jealousy doesn't always come from strangers. It can even come from those closest to us. When your light grows too bright, and they're not yet ready to face their own shadows. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the people closest to you, family, relatives, or friends, are also the ones who envy you the most? Why does that happen? It's because they know you best. They know your weaknesses, your habits, and even your secrets. And that familiarity often becomes a mirror when they see you succeed. They see the reflection of themselves not doing as well. That's when jealousy quietly takes root in their hearts. Have you ever been deeply hurt by someone close to you? If you want to avoid such pain, the most important thing is to stay humble. Never flaunt your success, especially your wealth. When you earn more money, avoid showing off. Even a small boast can make others uncomfortable or envious. The smartest way is to live modestly and quietly. No matter how much you earn, maintain a simple lifestyle. Don't let others notice too many changes. Even if you eat at a street food stall or ride a bicycle, keep a gentle and approachable attitude. That is true wisdom. Truly talented people are always humble. When you show humility, others naturally respond with respect. When you are modest, they will become even more modest in return. Only the foolish feel the need to brag to tell everyone who they know or what they've accomplished. In truth, they are only trying to build an image to hide their insecurity. Those who are truly capable rarely speak much. They let their actions speak for them. The more humble a person is, the stronger they actually are. Humility isn't a sign of weakness, it's a reflection of confidence and power. Because people with real strength don't need to prove anything. Think about it. Many people dream of owning a luxury Hermes bag. But the truly distinguished women, the ones with real class, never flaunt their wealth. They don't need expensive things to prove their worth, because they themselves are the value. What they wear no longer matters. Their grace and confidence speak louder than brands. Humility and simplicity are the same way. A truly exceptional person stays grounded. If you try to show off in front of me, I can easily surpass you. But if you remain humble, I will be even more humble. And that's what makes a person truly wise. People who loudly promote themselves are rarely intelligent. They may smile at you on the surface, but behind that smile could be a sharp knife. There are more people than you think who can't stand to see you doing better than them. When they witness your success, their hearts fill with resentment. They'll use harsh words to belittle you, or even look for ways to ruin what you've built. Outwardly, they seem friendly, but inside, their jealousy burns like a hidden fire, and their smile hides a blade. You may think they are your friends, but they've been quietly wounding you all along. For people like this, the best strategy is distance. Keep your boundaries strong, and make yourself even stronger. Because those who carry jealousy in their hearts are often the most dangerous. Remember, your kindness must have limits. Keep your light within, but build strong walls around your soul. Kindness should never be blind. It should never be offered to everyone without thought. You don't have to hurt others, but you must have the strength to protect yourself. If no one is there to shield you, then add a little sharpness to your kindness, so you can guard your own world. The truth is, this world isn't always gentle. When you give all your kindness, some people won't hesitate to use it against you. Kindness itself isn't wrong, but we must learn to see clearly, to understand human nature, and to know who truly deserves it. Not everyone is worthy of your sincerity, and not every good person knows how to appreciate your goodwill. Sometimes, excessive kindness becomes a burden. It can make you look weak, or even turn you into a target for manipulation. In this world, there are people who see you only as someone to take advantage of. They view your kindness as an opportunity, not something to be grateful for. When you give kindness to the right person, they'll be thankful and they'll return it. But when kindness is misplaced, it often brings disappointment and pain. That's why true kindness must be balanced with wisdom. It should be given to those who deserve it, and it must come with self-protection. Human nature is mostly good, but that doesn't mean we should give everything to everyone. Too much kindness can be misunderstood as weakness. It can even become a tool for others to exploit you. True kindness, therefore, needs clarity and strength. You must know when to yield and when to stand firm. On this journey of life, every one of us deserves meaningful and sincere connections. So, from today on, learn to be wiser in your relationships. Protect your inner world. And I truly hope that in the days to come, you will meet people who genuinely care for you, who support you, and who bring warmth and happiness into your life. Don't waste your time on those who don't deserve your heart. Make your life shine not for others, but for yourself.